Dharmam tena param vidho. Yaha, anyone who parameshtyam, royal, dhishanam, throne, abhidishtan, sitting on, na, not, kanchana, anyone, prativuttishtet, should rise before, iti, thus, bruyuhu, those who say, dharmam, the courts of religion, the, they, na, not, param, higher, viduhu, no. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki. If a person says, within quotes, one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a brahmana, end of quote. It is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles. Translation responsively, please. If a person says, one who is situated on an exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or a brahmana, it is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. Yeah. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says in this regard that when a president or a king is sitting on his throne, he does not need to show respect to everyone who comes within his assembly. But he must show respect to superiors like his spiritual master, Brahmanas and Vaishnavas. There are many examples of how he should act. When Lord Krishna was sitting on his throne and Narada fortunately entered his assembly, even Lord Krishna immediately stood up with his officers and ministers to offer respectful obeisances to Narada. Narada knew that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and Krishna knew that Narada was his devotee. But although Krishna is the Supreme Lord and Narada is the Lord's devotee, the Lord observed the religious etiquette. Since Narada was a brahmachari, a brahmana, and an exalted devotee, even Krishna, while acting as a king, offered his respectful obeisances unto Narada. Such is the conduct visible in the Vedic civilization. A civilization in which the people do not know how the representative of Narada and Krishna should be respected, how society should be formed, and how one should advance in Krishna consciousness. A society concerned only with manufacturing new cars and new skyscrapers every year and then breaking them to pieces and making new ones. Maybe they're technologically advanced, but it is not a human civilization. A human civilization is advanced when its people follow the Chaturvarnya system, the system of 4 orders of life. There must be ideal, first-class men to act as advisors, second-class men to act as administrators, third-class men to produce food and protect cows, and fourth-class men who obey the 3 higher classes of society. One who does not follow the standard system of society should be considered a 5th-class man. A society without Vedic laws and regulations will not be very helpful to humanity. As stated in this verse, dharmam te na param viduhu. Such a society does not know the aim of life and the highest principle of religion. If a person says one who is situated on the exalted throne of a king should not stand up to show respect to another king or Brahmana, it is to be understood that he does not know the superior religious principles. So here we started the new chapter of, first we discussed about Ajamil, and then we discussed about whom? Next? Who is next? Prajapati Daksha, and then now? Indra. So what is the similarity? What is the similarity happening? Ajamil? What do we learn from Ajamil? Please come and take a seat. Yeah. Ajamil, what is Ajamil's situation? Ajamil was protected. Ante Narayana Smriti. He remembered Lord Narayan, son Narayan, and eventually remembered Lord Narayan. And then he got the. And we glorified Ajamil also. Yesterday I was listening to a class. Sometimes when the time of Diksha, the spiritual masters give Ajamil Das. Sometimes they give a name. Nobody gives Daksha Das or Indra Das or something. Ajamil Das. So Ajamil is very glorified. Because, and then after that we discussed about Daksha Prajapati. Daksha Prajapati from the previous millennium itself, he was offensive to Lord Shiva. And then this time he was offensive to Narada Muni also. And Sivya asked this question, what will happen to Daksha Prajapati? You asked the question, we waited for few more classes, the answer is there already. Narada Muni stayed back. Why did Narada Muni stay back? Why Narada Muni stayed back? Even though Daksha was cursing him, he stayed back. Why?
Because he was an approved, saintly person and he had tolerance inside him.
Yeah, not only that, there is one more reason. The question you asked. Why? Why he stayed back? He wanted to deliver Daksha. You wanted, because we have Daksha advocates also there. No? Now Indra advocates will start now, from now onwards. So Daksha, because Narada Muni is so tolerant, he had a plan. He has delivered everybody in that family. Starting from beginning, like from Swayambhuva, Manu, Priyavrata, this one, every Dhruva Maharaj, everybody is delivered. So why leave this Daksha? So that Narada Muni stayed back. Okay, you want to give some gali? Okay, let me keep on taking that. And that way, Daksha repented also. So this is the beauty. Daksha repented, and then because of the repentance, then automatically, by the mercy of the Lord, by the mercy of the Vaishnavas, the offensive mentality is also slowly nullified. So here we find Brahaspati is entering the arena. And Brahaspati is entering the arena, and Lord Indra, even though he's a spiritual master, he's not getting up from the seat. And he's engrossed in so many activities which are happening, and it is becoming like a... and Brahaspati is just... he thought, what is this? He's just a... Actually, Brahaspati is a great Brahmana. He does not bother about all these things. But there is etiquette there. Like when there is some higher authority comes, then we are duty bound to offer some respect, actually. Because we have to remember this Lord Indra, I am sitting in Lord Indra's position, or whatever may be my position, it is by the mercy of the Lord. The Lord has bestowed this mercy. Today I am sitting here means because of this only, not because of my qualification, my this, my that. Okay, that may be there, but it is all because of the mercy of the Lord, mercy of the devotees, mercy of the Vaishnavas. So that has to be always remembered. So that is why this verse, what is mentioned here, if somebody thinks, okay, I am sitting in exalted throne, I am not going to get up, I am not doing this, so that's a big offense actually. So we have in Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and Chaitanya Charitamrita, there are many examples actually of how some devotee behaved and how the Lord corrected themselves. So can anyone think of, first we'll give it to the little Mataji's little Prabhus, and many bigger Prabhus will already know everything. So I don't want to, yes, anyone? Anyone can think of? In Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there is an example. Already is there, Prabhupada said. How Lord Krishna treated? Huh? Repeat the question, yeah. Śrīmad Bhāgavatam, there are a lot of examples how a great person has to react or receive the devotees. Narada Muni. Who Narada Muni? Now, this is a general question. It's not a general answer. We are very particularly we are asking if yes, this is like this is purport. No, we have to while listening to purport, we have to listen very, very attentively, because when the purport Prabhupada says Lord Krishna, when Narada Muni came into this assembly, immediately he got up. See, it's like why Krishna has to get up? To show example, yes. And Krishna is not part of the Varna or Asrama. We are part of Varna and Asrama, because our problem is that we have to purify ourselves, we have to elevate ourselves. But Krishna doesn't have to elevate himself. Krishna is already elevated. He is already in a transcendental platform. So Krishna, because he knows, Prabhupada very nicely explains, Krishna knows Narada is my devotee, Narada knows Krishna is the Supreme Lord, still he gets up. Yadyat acharati shreshta tattat eva tare janaha lokoyas tanukartate. Because the people, they want some example, say the model, role model. They want some role model. So this is Lord Krishna did like that. So and same thing happened when Lord Krishna was, when Sudama Vipra, when he visited Krishna. Same happened. Krishna immediately got up. Sudama Vipra coming in a very, very, not a very opulent clothing or anything, just very simple, and everybody is surprised. Who is this person? Somebody comes immediately, Krishna hugs him and make him sit on this throne and washes his feet, and all the Lakshmis are fanning him. And this is the etiquette actually. This is the etiquette. And there is a nice, this is like some positive things also. Like when Balaramji, when he was, this is what I was expecting, somebody is going to, some of the younger Vaishnavas are going to, because Balaramji, did he participate in the war, Mahabharat war? Why? Why he didn't participate? Oh, you have your own conversation. Huh? You are answering the question or your own conversation? Yes, see, I think you are very attentive actually. Sorry, I misunderstood you actually. I thought maybe you are talking something on your own, but you are into the subject matter. Yes, so Duryodhana was his disciple, and what about Pandavas?
They were fighting against Devaki.
Correct, but why did Balaramji didn't participate? Because? Afraid, huh? Balaramji will be afraid of anything?
Duryodhana was Balaramji's friend.
Yeah, disciple, he said disciple. Both of them are relatives. Huh?
They are cousins.
Yes, see, Balaramji didn't want to take side, but Krishna is different. Samoham sarvabhuteshu name deshasti na priya e bhajante tu mam bhaktya maite teshu. I am equal to everyone. But if somebody surrenders to me, I am different. Krishna is different. Balaramji, he went on Tirtha Yatra. He thought, like this thing is, and Balaramji also knew Krishna is in control. Krishna is in control. Now, I don't want to meddle in this, the decisions of Krishna. So, Balaramji went on Tirtha Yatra. When he went on Tirtha Yatra, he went to Naimisaranya. He went to Naimisaranya. And then Naimisaranya, there was a whole big assembly of sages. There is a Shravan happening. And who is leading that Shravan? Anybody knows? Romaharshan. Romaharshan first. First Romaharshan. Romaharshan is sitting. Yeah, sorry, you want to say? You know everything. You didn't tell anything. Now he knows everything and he didn't tell. Romaharshan, he is there. But Romaharshan thought, I am sitting in the Vyasasana. Balram is coming. So what? I don't have to pay respect for Balram. That's it. He summed up everything here. You made my life easy actually. Yeah. I don't have to go through the past time. Yeah. Yes, Balram. Actually, Balram didn't need respect also. Balram, he is Supreme Lord. What is his need? He is not lacking. If one Romaharshan doesn't offer respect, what is the last one? But Balramji also has to establish that standard. Yeah. So then he didn't like that idea. He didn't like that idea. Because a person in a place, is sitting in an exalted place, then he is duty bound to offer. Yeah, he may not have to get up for any Tom, Dick and Harry. That's why Prabhupada says, you don't have to get up for any king or president. He does not have to get up for anyone and everyone, whoever comes and whoever goes. No, you don't have to get up. But when a superior comes, when a spiritual master comes, when a Brahmana comes, we are duty bound to offer respects. But if you don't offer respect, then that is considered like an offense only. So that is what happening here. This situation of Indra. Indra is in this position by the mercy of spiritual master, by the mercy of the Lord, but he forgets actually. Bhoga Aishwarya Prasaktanam Taya Apahrita Chetasam. Because when the Bhoga is there, Aishwarya is there, naturally what happens? We forget. Without Bhoga is not there, Aishwarya, that only we forget actually. We don't have to have a Bhoga and Aishwarya to forget. Without even Bhoga, without even Aishwarya, only we forget everything. But if you have Bhoga is also coming, Aishwarya is also coming, what will happen? That is why Krishna keeps us in a sane position actually. Why Krishna is not making a billionaire if somebody worries, this is a problem. Okay. We don't have anything, then we are so proud. Nothing is there, only we are very proud. And something is given, what will happen to us actually? This is our problem. So Krishna is like keeping us in our position so that we can remain humble also. And here, this similar situation, this Durvasa also, this is like Indra encountered another problem with Durvasa Muni. Durvasa Muni was also coming. He had one celestial garland in his hand. So Durvasa Muni thought, let us give the mercy to Indra. So gave the garland to Indra. Indra didn't understand the glories of this garland. And then he thought, now what to do with this? And then just he gave it to this Airavada. What is Airavada? Hare Krishna? You have to be attentive. Yes, Airavada. Yeah, that's it. This is just checking actually. You are all, because you have to remind me, otherwise if I forget, what will happen? So I think all the purports of Bhagavatam, these fellows know. We can't argue with them. Yes, the Airavada just crushed the garland, and the Durvasa Muni, as it is very, very tolerant, very, very peaceful, tolerant, peaceful, he got very angry. What is this? You just immediately cursed him, like you will be ruined. This is the situation. Because when Aishwarya comes, when the opulence comes, when we forget that it's all coming by the mercy of the Lord, and then we ill-treat people or mistreat people or disrespect the personalities, then this is the result actually. We have to be careful. So that's why Srila Prabhupada says here, when you see here, there are many examples of how he should act. When Lord Krishna was sitting on his throne and Narada fortunately entered his assembly, even Lord Krishna immediately stood up with his officers and ministers to offer respectful obeisance to Narada. But here we find all the Indra and the whole associates are there. When Brahaspati is entering, they didn't recognize him. So this is the problem when this power comes, or all these things comes, it is just like how you behave in that situation. It's very, very important actually. So, and we have a Shastra, we have very, very big this thing. When Srila Prabhupada, once he was walking, going on a walk, and then there was one maybe life member or somebody's house. Srila Prabhupada entered. He wanted to see that person. So he just told the servant. The servant went inside and then came out. Sahib is doing puja. It will take some time. Then Prabhupada said, here, this spiritual master has come, and then Sahib or the Malik or the owner of the house, he is saying puja. So this is the position of a Kanishta Adhikari. Because when a spiritual master comes, then what is the first business? Puja can be stopped. Puja is important, no doubt about that. But when a spiritual master comes, when authority comes, then we have to, at least, you don't have to just come and at least, if you are so important doing something, at least come and offer some respects and make him. That person will wait, I'll finish them. So Prabhupada said this is the Kanishta mentality. So it's very, very important because actually Indra He has his own this thing, he will be delivered. All these things for us only. It's not, don't think this is all for poor Indra, poor Daksha, poor this one. No, they are not poor. Because this is all lessons for us actually. What we can learn from this, how we have to behave. So these are all the lessons for us. Lord is teaching actually. Lord is giving all these things. And also, this is like there's a nice dealing how Vidura, when he went on Tirtha Yatra, like Balaramji also didn't participate in the war. Vidura also didn't participate in the war. Why Vidura didn't participate in the war? Now it's a tricky question. Not sure. How can be like that?
Because Duryodhan kicked him out of the...
Yes, see, that's it actually. There, Duryodhan didn't called him very bad names and other things. That's why Vidura got... That is also Krishna's arrangement actually.
Because he was advising... because Vidura was...
You should be here, man. You are talking so much and you should be here. I'm just giving only hint and you are talking like a pravaha. That's good. Oh, so Vidura, when Vidura is coming back, Vidura came back. Why did Vidura come back? To enjoy the palace? It's a tricky question. Why did Vidura come back?
He wanted to see his residence.
Sorry?
He wanted to see his residence.
No, you are getting closer. He didn't come to see the residence. He came for only one purpose he came.
He wanted to tell the Pandavas to escape.
No, you are missing the point. He wanted to instruct. Yeah, he wanted to come to deliver Dhritarashtra. Because who is Dhritarashtra? Pandavas. Vidura's brother. Vidura's brother. So, yeah, there's so many. And when Vidura comes back, and these Pandavas, they are thinking their whole life has come back. Pandavas are in a very, very dejected mood. Why? Because so many people have been killed in the battle, and then Pandavas are in a very dejected mood. When Vidura comes, and then there is one nice sloka comes in the Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. Bhavatvita bhavata tirtha bhuta swayam vibho tirti kurvanti tirtani swantastena gatabrata. My Lord, devotees like your good self are verily the holy places personified. Because you carry the personality of Godhead within your heart, you turn all places into places of pilgrimage. This is the prayer he is offering. Because this is like we all go to Tirtha. Go to different Tirthas we go. Why do we go to Tirtha? Yeah, to purify ourselves. And the Tirtha, who will be there? Krishna will be there. That is a standard answer. What else will be there? Tirtha will be there. And all the great devotees of the Lord will be there. Because that is the beauty. Because you go to the Tirtha, now Prabhupada says many times, many purports, many translations, Prabhupada says, you go to Tirtha, what is the purpose of going to Tirtha? Not just to take a dip in the Ganges or Yamuna. No. That's it, finished. All the purports are, to take the association of the devotees of the Lord. That is why Yudhishthira Maharaj is, because this glorification has to be there. Because if you don't glorify the Lord and Lord's devotees, will the advancement will come actually. So there is a nice pastime, I will read out also, because then this is a scene is set. Now Parikshit Maharaj has been cursed by Shringi Brahmana. And then now Parikshit Maharaj is in the bank of Ganges, and then he is asking all the sages. At that time, Sukadeva Goswami is coming. So I will read few translations only. Maharaj Parikshit, who is also known as Vishnu Ratha, one who is always protected by Vishnu, bowed his head to receive the chief guest, Sukadeva Goswami. At that time, ignorant women and boys ceased following Srila Sukadeva, receiving respect from all. Sukadeva Goswami. On Sukadeva Goswami's arrival at the meeting, everyone except Srila Vyasadeva, Narada and few others stood up, and Maharaj Parikshit, who was glad to receive the great devotee of the Lord, bowed down before him with all limbs of the body. Sukadeva Goswami also exchanged the greetings and reception by embrace, shaking of hands, nodding and bowing down, especially before his father and Narada Muni. Thus he was offered the presidential seat at the meeting. When he was so received by the king and sages, the street boys and less intelligent women who followed him were struck with wonder and fear, so they retired from their frivolous activities. So this is the beauty. How Sukadeva Goswami is entering the arena, At that time, all the Sukadeva Goswami is only 16 years old. Young boy. And almost like a naked. And all this, when he was going through all the cities and other places, people were playing with him, thinking that some mad person is coming, and when he entered this arena of all the sages stood up. They didn't think that some madman has come, why we know. They never thought like that. They thought, because of his effulgence, they could see Sukadeva Goswami is a great personality. Everyone stood up. And Srila Prabhupada nicely says, except Narada Muni is also in the assembly. Vyasadeva is in the assembly. And also Parashuram is also in the assembly. What is Parashuram? They are all like great personalities. They didn't stand up. That's Prabhupada says, few others didn't stand up. That few others will come, all the Parashuram and Lord Parashuram and Vyasadeva, Narada. Because they don't have, because Vyasa is his father. Narada is his spiritual master. So they don't have to stand up. But generally, everyone has to stand up and just offer some respect. Sometimes it may be difficult. At least we have to acknowledge, actually. This is very important. What is more important is standing up or sitting up is not the mentality. It's like, so I am sitting here as a representative of Vyasa. Like even some authority comes, that you keep on discussing Bhashan. No, not like that. First we offer the respects. And then the person allows, okay. Sometimes it's happened also in our temples, like sometimes you are sitting and somebody walks in and then it is etiquette. So just we say, we want to say something and then we say, no, you please continue. When they give order, then we continue. Not that, okay, I am sitting in the Vyasas and I am greater than everyone and I will keep on giving my bhashan. Then that is not good. That is not etiquette, actually. The etiquette is, yes, if somebody comes, somebody means like an authority comes, like a spiritual master or some greater authority comes, then we have to offer our respect. At least nothing is possible, at least we can fold the hands, fold the palms and then just respect and then continue. In Chaitanya Charitamrita also there is a pastime. This Chaitanya Charitamrita, there is one great devotee of Lord Nityananda Prabhu, Miniketan Ramadas. Miniketan Ramadas. Miniketan Ramadas, he was visiting the house of Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. Who is Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami? Chaitanya Charitamrita, So he was visiting. So at that time, in the Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami's house, there was a deity worship. There was a Gunarnava Mishra. There was one devotee called Gunarnava Mishra. He Brahmana. He was doing deity worship. So obviously he was doing deity worship and he didn't give notice to Miniketan Ramadas, that devotee. And then Miniketan Ramadas, because they are all great devotees. They are not just like, they can understand. So this is another second Roma Harshana coming. So Miniketan Ramadas, hey, another second Roma Harshana is coming. So this is like yes, because our mentality is also very important. Because it's like sometimes maybe during the circumstances, we may not be able to immediately pay dandavat obeisances. Sometimes may not be possible. But at least in mind or in the fold, something we have to do to acknowledge. Because this is like a Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvam mai pashyati. There is a Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Lord is situated in everyone's heart. Not that Lord is everyone's heart. And He is situated. And this is like when we offer respect to someone, we are not just offering respect only to the body. We are respecting, give the spirit, super soul is situated within the body. We offer respects. Like that we offer respects. So we have to understand it. And it is, and if somebody, and then it's like the pastime continues, and then Miniketan Ramadas gets angry with this, and then he goes away. That's so like this, like how Śrīmad Bhāgavatam and our scriptures deal with each and every aspect, how one should behave, how one should not behave, more importantly. All these things are given. And Srila Prabhupada gives here this, a civilization in which people do not know how the representative of Narada and Krishna should be respected, how society should be formed, and how one should advance in Krishna consciousness. Because this is the problem. Because they have so many other things are there, so many advancements are there, so much. Every year there is a new model car, every year new model phone, not every year, every year 2-3 models are coming, like that coming. But that is not considered advancement actually. That is not advancement. Advancement means how one should understand this, what is the purpose of life actually. That's what Prabhupada sums up in that purport. Towards the end, the society does not know the aim of life and the highest principle of religion. That what kind of society is that actually? People have become doctors, engineers, that one, this one, but they don't know what is the purpose of life. Someday you ask, now, what is the purpose of life? Hey, I want to become a doctor. Becoming a doctor is a good thing, nothing wrong in that. But what are you going to do again after that? Become a doctor, problem solved? No. Problems, doctors also have problems actually. So that is why what is the purpose of life? Where did I come from? Where am I going? These questions have to be asked. This is a self-realization starts here only. We have to ask, where did I come from? Where am I going to? Because this is $1 million question. Because we may be a millionaire, but what is the guarantee that I will remain like a millionaire? No, I'm just going to pass away, and then I'm going to take next life. What am I going to become in the next life? These things we have to ask. So that a society is not interested in all these things, then that society is only animalistic society only. That's why Srila Prabhupada condemns that. And here there is another this thing, when we are discussing about the comparison between Ajamila and Daksha and then Indra. Ajamila did not commit any big offense actually, aparad. He was doing sinful activities. But Daksha, he was not doing sinful activities, but he was following everything pakka, everything, doing all the religious principles properly, but he was very offensive. He was very fixed in his service. Anything comes, disturbs his service, he will get agitated. That is Daksha's. But here in Indra's case, Indra, even though he has everything is there, whole power is there, and then because of the intoxicated by power, forget the position. What is my position? Who am I? I am a servant of my spiritual master, and the spiritual master is coming. Yasya prasadat bhavat prasadat, yasya na prasadat nakhatu gudobi. So this is like then the spiritual master comes, then he just sits there and then try to enjoy, and then spiritual master obviously just left. This is like he didn't want to create a scene. Brahaspati, he didn't want to create a scene, he just leaves the place. So this is the, and there is a difference here. Sin, we are not recommending we have to do sinful activity. Compared to sin and aparad, sin is better. Comparison only. Okay, the Prabhu said in the class, sin is better. Okay, let us go on the, this is like a sin spree, like a shopping spree. You go like sin spree. Just, yes, we keep committing more. No, comparison. In comparison, if you are going to do offense, aparad, Vaishnava aparad or many aparad you are going to do, better, sin is better. But even sin is not better. Punya is also not better. Pure devotional service is better. That is the ideal situation. But that is why we have to sometimes, when there is some dirt in the floor, it's little bit of dirt, you just do blowing, and then that's when the street they blow. Here the cleaning is blowing of the air, like it all comes into one side and then sucks into this thing. So that is one thing. But if the dirt goes little bit inside, then this blowing of the air will not help actually. That is like offense actually. When somebody commits an offense to the Lord or the devotees of the Lord, then that becomes a very serious business actually. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, this is hati mata, mad elephant offense. The offense committed to the devotee is considered a very, very grave actually. Lord takes it very seriously. In the pastime of Ambarish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni. This is a little bit reversed actually. Here Durvasa Muni cursed, and here Durvasa Muni got envious of Ambarish Maharaj, and then he created the demon, and then Lord didn't like it. The Sudarshan Chakra came and then killed the demon, and then chasing Ambarish Maharaj all over the place. Ambarish Maharaj went to Brahma Loka, even went to Shiva Loka, and even up to the entrance of Vaikuntha. And he even had a darshan of Lord Vishnu also. So what Lord Vishnu said, my dear Brahmana, yes, what did he say?
He said that don't ask me, go ask Ambarish Maharaj for this forgiveness.
If Ambarish Maharaj forgives you, then only the Sudarshan will go back. Correct. Yeah, this is actually Lord, if he wanted, he could have said, Sudarshan, easily come back. What is the big difficulty for the Lord? But Lord didn't do that. Why? Because Lord attaches so much importance. Sadhavo hridayam mahyam, sadhunam hridayam toham, madanye na janati The last sentence is not coming. So this is, Lord is so much attached to his devotee, and the devotee is offended, Lord takes as a personal offense. Sometimes an offense for Lord, he forgets also, no problem. But offense to the devotees, Lord does not forget. The whole Mahabharata is like the offense was committed by the Kauravas to these Pandavas. So some personally also they committed so many things for Lord. When the Lord came for the Shanti Doot, when he came for the Shanti Doot, it's not ordinary. Krishna, out of his compassion, he came. He wanted to stop the war, but they didn't respect. This is another problem, another disrespect. Duryodhana and party, they wanted to arrest Krishna. Is it possible? He is a supreme Lord, and you wanted to arrest him. So then, and it didn't happen. That's we know that. So this way, by behaving in a way, and if a devotee is offended, and then the Lord takes as a personal offense actually. So that's very important for us also, because sometimes we may think, oh, you're just a devotee, I'm offending. No, devotee or non-devotee, we don't want to offend anyone for that matter. We don't want to offend anyone as much as possible, because we don't want to offend anyone. And if we have offended, then the best course of action is ask for forgiveness and finish the business. Otherwise, we don't want to carry this for many lifetimes actually. This is very dangerous situation. We don't want to be in actually. And this is and it's not like because even sometimes like unknowingly, like there is a pastime where Rupa Goswami was listening or reading some pastime of the Lord, and then he was laughing because of the pastime. There is a position, he is laughing, and then there was one crippled man walking on the street, some devotee. So then he thought, now Rupa Goswami is looking at me, and he thought like that. So then after that, like Rupa Goswami developed a little bit of this thing, like he went to Sanatana Goswami. No, I have lost a taste a little bit. I'm not able. So then you would have committed some offenses. How Rupa Goswami will commit any offense to anyone actually? No, I have not done commit. So then he said, call everyone for a feast. Invite everyone for a prasadam feast. So then he called, everyone came. One person didn't come. So then Sanatana Goswami, that person, maybe he got offended. So go and ask for forgiveness from him. So this is a serious business. It's not like this is like okay, I am already here 20 years, 30 years, I'm here. No, I am immune to all this. No, nobody is immune. Nobody is immune to anything actually. We are all part of this material world. If we are not careful, it will come and bite us actually. It's for everyone. It's not like so yeah, you may have made advancement, no problem. But the thing is, the offense to the Lord, offense to the devotees is very, very grave. This thing, mad elephant, hati mata. So we don't want to do that. So that is why Lord attaches so much importance for this devotee, and he's like for this is like I was hearing somewhere say, Lord has only one business. As a devotee has only one business: want to give pleasure to the Lord. And Lord has only one business, and to give pleasure to the devotees. That's it. He is hell-bent upon, like whatever way he goes out of the way and give pleasure to devotees. And then the devotee is also always thinking, how can I give pleasure to the Lord? This transcendental reciprocation does not happen in the material world. Here, how I can exploit you, how can I get out something out of you? This is only mood here actually. But in the spiritual circle, when you say spiritual circle, in devotional association also like that. Temple, devotees are like that. What is the person? He just wants to. Srila Prabhupada came here. What is his expectation? He didn't expect anything from us. What can we give to Prabhupada anyway? He had everything actually. But he came out of his compassion. He came and gave this association mercy, so that we can also, he could have gone back home, back to Godhead without any problem, by just staying in Vrindavan. But he took this thing because of the order of the spiritual master, and out of his compassion to these living entities. That is why today we are here, able to discuss Śrīmad Bhāgavatam. So that way, these are all the things we have to understand. And Srila Prabhupada says here that there must be, human civilization is advanced when people follow the Chaturvarnya system. the system of 4 orders of life. There must be ideal first-class men to act as advisors, second-class men to act as administrators, third-class men to produce food and protect cows, and fourth-class men who obey the 3 higher classes of society. That is why in the 4th chapter Krishna says, Chaturvarnyam maya srishtam guna karma vibhagacha tasya kartaram apimam vidhi akartaram avyayam. Krishna created this so that we can gradually make some advancement. And also, whether the end result is whether this varna or this asrama, that is only a designation. But end of the day, we all have one duty is to how to please Lord. Samasiddhir haritoshanam. Atapumbir dujasreshta varnasrama vibhagaja stanustitasya dharmasya samsiddhir haritoshanam. That is the only business. Haritoshanam. Lord Hari has to be pleased. So if we can, somebody can please Lord Hari as a brahmachari, as a grahastha, vanaprastha, sannyas, he can do that. As a brahmana, as a kshatriya, vaisya or sudra, he can still please Lord Hari. So pleasing Lord Hari, there is no prerequisite or pre-qualification, like it should be like this, you have to do. No. Lord doesn't have like that any essential qualification. Only qualification is you have to develop attraction towards the Lord. You have to develop bhakti for the Lord. That is the only. So that's why there is a varnashrama system is done so that there is a gradual development will be there. So not everybody can become a brahmachari. So some people become a grahastha. Majority of the people become grahastha. And then after grahastha, going through grahastha life and all the ups and downs, and then they become a little bit frustrated. That is the purpose of Grahastha life. Somebody thinks Grahastha life is remain like a Grahastha for rest of my life, keep on enjoying, then that means you didn't get the point actually. Grahastha life is bound to create some kind of frustration. Looking after children, educating them, doing that, doing everything, finally say bye-bye. This is the biggest thing. Like you do everything and then finally only bye-bye. Like I say, this is like, I was listening to one, it's a joke only. This one, but sorry, this Bhagavatam class still. Yeah, this is there's a joke. Say one person is saying, like, what is your son doing? My son is in America. What is your second son in? My second son is in, he's in Germany. What is your daughter doing? My daughter is in somewhere, England, London. Where is your the second daughter saying, where are you? I am in the old age home. you are, everybody is elevated everyone, but you are sitting in the old age home actually. This is our Kali Yuga situation. Because we have elevated everyone, but we are sitting in this thing. That is not that's Kali Yuga situation is like that only. But here we see the devotee situation completely different. Devotee staying in Vrindavan takes all the trouble come to Butler, New York. Why? Because this is a benevolent work, because he want to give the benefit. That's why when Tirthi Kuruvanti Tirtha, when Krishna and Prabhupada came, he brought Krishna. He gave Krishna to everyone. Krishna say, Tomara, Krishna dite paro, Tomara sakati ache. Because this is like he carry Krishna and then give it to Krishna. Like we give some chikki, some halwa, something we give. So he gives Krishna to everyone like that. Because that is Vaishnava. Because he knows this is the problem, this is lacking. What is lacking is not like there is Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Maharaj said, there is no lacking of engineers, doctors, this one, that one, no lacking. Lacking of devotees actually. Devotees are the lacking. That is the only need of the day. Is like more and more devotees go and then give this mercy, and then that will be a beneficial actually. So Srila Prabhupada, one place he says, the Lord taught Goswami about devotional service compared to a creeper and advised him to protect the bhakti creeper most carefully against mad elephant offense against the pure devotees. In addition, the creeper has to be protected from the desire for sense enjoyment, monoistic liberation, and perfection of Hatha Yoga system. They are all detrimental on the path of devotional service. Similarly, violence against living beings and desire for worldly gain, worldly reception, and worldly fame are all detrimental to the progress of bhakti. So this is because when we are engaged in service of the Lord, there is a name, fame, adoration will come. You don't have, we should not ask for it. We should not look for, oh, nobody has given name for me, nobody has given fame for me, nobody has puja for me. No, but by doing this it will come. But what we should do is, it doesn't belong to me. Because what is our this thing? We are trying to follow whatever the orders given by the spiritual master, given by the Srila Prabhupada, given by the previous acharyas. So, but something comes and we pass it on. Then that won't harm us actually. When you pass the thing back to this source, no problem, it won't harm us. If we think that, okay, now I have become this Indra or Chandra, Vayu, okay, now I am the controller, I am the mind, then if I have that mentality, then this will happen. So when we think, Srila Prabhupada calls himself, I'm a peon, postman. What is the peon's business? Peon's business is give the message. It's not like a tamper the message or take something, add something, remove something. No, that is not the peon's business or postman's business. So we just try to give as it is. Prabhupada calls as it is. So, but what we can do is, if you do that, then Krishna uses as an effective instrument. Nimitta matram bhava savyasachin. Krishna uses as an effective instrument. Krishna has a purpose, and then Krishna will use you as an effective instrument in that purpose actually. So that is, if at all you want to take some credit, one credit you can take. Yes, at least I am putting myself as an able instrument, trying only. We are trying to put an able instrument in the hands of Krishna. And the reporter asked Srila Prabhupada, are you God? No, Prabhupada said, I am not God. I am servant of God. And even next second only, I am not even servant of God. I am trying to be servant of God. Our position is like that only. We are not God. We are not servant of God also. Servant of God is already, the position is filled up actually. Already filled up. There's no vacancy there. No, vacancy is still there because we can servant of servant is there, not direct servant. Brahmaji, Narada, Ambarish Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Dhruma, they are all like they are servants. We are servant of servant of servant. Gopi Partu Padakamalayo Dasa Dasanu Dasanu. That is our glory. That is what our glory is. Our glory is not like, I'm not saying I am your servant. No, we are not Krishna's servant. We are servant of servant of servant of Krishna. Tava Bhritya Seva. When Narada Muni asked, when Narsinghadev asked Prahlad Maharaj, what do you want? Then I just want, he is standing in front, the Lord is standing, and what do you want? If we are asking for, I don't know what we'll ask actually. We'll ask some weird things actually. But Prahlad Maharaj didn't ask for anything. Tava Bhritya Seva. I just want the service of your devotee. Why? Because I am able to see you because of the mercy of the spiritual master. There is a nice Kabir Dohe. Kabir Das, a great devotee of the Lord. So there is a thing, the Hindi people will know that, but my Hindi is not that good. But Guru Govinda, this is like, Kade, that Kake Lag Pai. Yeah? So because Guru and Govinda is standing before you, whose leg you will first touch first? Why? Why you have to touch spiritual master's leg? Yeah. Yes, this is very important. So, see, this is Dohe. This is like 2 lines, this thing, na? Kabir Das Dohe, Guru Govinda. So then both Guru and Govinda is standing, whose leg we have to touch first? Because Guru is the one who is going to show you who is Govinda. Maybe we may ignore Govinda. And Govinda may be standing there, but we may ignore him. We may not even know Govinda. But Guru teaches, oh, this is Govinda. Now, please surrender to him. Please serve Govinda. So this is the way we have to understand that. And now, and also this is the root cause of all these things is a false ego. Because in the case of Indra, in the case of Daksha, if you see, because of the false ego, then they think the false pride is there. Now I am controlling this, I'm doing all these things. Now everything is happening according to my plan. Then the fall down happens. Fall down, this is the beginning of fall down. Because when these things are given to me by the mercy of the Lord, by mercy of the spiritual master, instead he thinks, I am the controller, I am the enjoyer, then this fall. So that's why it is a lesson for us also. As a part of devotional service, we may get some fame, some name, some opulence will come. But we have to remember, these things are for Krishna's glorification, Krishna's pleasure. Not that if I derive some pleasure from that, then that becomes a little bit of an obstacle. You may get other things. You may get all other problems. These things will come, but pure bhakti may not come actually. So that is why in this pastime we have to remember this. Indra, okay, Indra will be delivered soon, like Daksha was delivered. But what lesson we get from this is like we have to be careful. Our lesson here is like this: we don't want to be like this mentality of enjoyer, like a separate enjoyer, like that. When we enjoy, when we give it to Krishna, automatically enjoyment comes to us also. It's not like we are deprived of the enjoyment. We are also having enjoyment, but our enjoyment is in Krishna's enjoyment. We are part and parcel, so our enjoyment is already coming with Krishna's enjoyment. So we'll stop here. If there are any questions or comments, any corrections, Hare Krishna. Hare Bol, Shangana Prabhu. Hare Krishna ma? Sorry, ma? Respect from the heart, yeah.
So my question is, when we went to the ground, it was fully packed in my heart, and we couldn't pay respect, like we couldn't pay all the sacrifices. So like how do we pay respect to those things very crowded?
Very crowded. Yeah, that's true. Sometimes, yeah, the question is, we say we offer to respects. No? Yeah, sometimes how to offer respects is very crowded and other things. That's a valid question. Because sometimes it's possible, like we had this, 2 days ago, we had this wonderful festival, like a 50th anniversary of Shri Radhakrishna installation. The whole temple hall was full, like everything packed up. When paying obeisances, you don't have space actually. You have to pay obeisances on somebody's back only, like that. But yeah, so sometimes that is when like just like bowing, like the palm, like folding the hands like that, we can pray. Sometimes the mood is very important. Not just like sometimes, see, we may pay obeisances thinking that I'm paying obeisances. That is good, but that the Sashtanga, Pranam, that is also good. But sometimes, circumstances may not allow you to do that way. So you just remember the Lord and then pray like that also. That is also beneficial, actually. Yes, Prabhu? Hare Krishna, Prabhu?
I really like the class. It sparks some curiosity.
Yes.
In our Brahma Madhava Gaudiya Sampradaya,
Yes, Prabhu.
specifically Prabhupada's ISKCON, when you take initiation, you take a vow for the fire
Yeah.
to follow four regular principles.
Yes, Prabhu.
Did you mention that you're going to choose aparada sin? Then sin is lesser reaction than aparada. So it sparked a curiosity as to why we, in front of the fire, take a vow against the four regular principles and not a vow against aparada.
Oh no, we do, like before the thing happens, the 10 offenses to this thing, we do discuss that. It's not like, the regulative principle, the 10 offenses, because before any initiation class or anything, the spiritual master asks the devotees to enumerate the 10 offenses, like to blaspheme the devotees who are dedicated to the life of the Lord. So that is discussed first. So that is discussed. So it's not like as I said, it's not like a comparison. Actually, we don't want sin also. We don't want sin also. We don't want offense also. We don't even want punya also. We don't want pious activities also. For that matter, we are not interested in pious activities, we are not in sinful activities, we are not interested in aparad also. What we are interested in is in pure devotional service. That is the ideal situation. But what this thing is, sin and aparad, the comparison was, sinful persons, there is a possibility, like Ajamil, you may get delivered. Okay, because they are sinful, but they are not offenders actually. But offenders are a little bit more serious business, serious cases. So ideally, we want to avoid all of that. But yes, you said it's already in the 10 regulative principles when we discuss, before the class, spiritual master asks, have you seen any initiation? First, spiritual master will ask this question. Have you discussed this 10? Have you read the 10 offenses for the holy name? Have you discussed? Everyone will ask that, because that forms that is the underlying basement or underlying infrastructure for the whole devotional creeper. Yeah, that has to be. Yeah, this is like to blaspheme the devotees who have dedicated their lives for propagating the holy name. That is the first thing. That is the biggest aparadha actually. So that is discussed. That is also part of that, included in that. So that is no meat eating, no intoxication, no gambling, no illicit sex. That is like as an individual this thing. But the 10 is also included. It's not like the vow is not only for these 4. The vow is all for the 10 plus 4. Everything is there also. So it's not only for that. It's for that and this also. Yes. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. You have a question or comment? You should have only comment only. You are so educated. You can't ask questions actually. Yes. What's your comment?
My question is that who are some sins more like bad? Because Ajamila's one or Indra's one.
Hey, this is like whole Ramayana. Listen, you are asking who is Rama, who is Sita. Finally, you are asking. I thought you'll know that by this time. Who got delivered first? Indra. Ajamil got delivered first, correct? Ajamil got that Vishnu Dutas came and saved them. At that time only they saved. And then he got a second chance. And then he finally got delivered. Because Ajamil's position was, he was not committing offenses. He was sinful. But Daksha and Indra, offense actually. Disrespecting the spiritual master, or disrespecting like a great devotee Narada, great devotee like Lord Shiva. So that is not a very good thing. So that is why it is a little bit delayed process for them actually. Yeah. Anything else? Okay. Thank you very much. Grantara Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Haribol ma? Huh? Yeah.
Why did he ask to go to back Bhaktivedanta? Why did he ask to serve the devotee when Krishna was in Bhaktivedanta?
Because